You know that feeling, right? When your body just reacts to something way before your brain has even had a chance to catch up. That sudden tightness in your chest or a knot in your stomach that you just can't shake. Well, we're going to dive into this, because what if I told you that for most of our lives we've been thinking about our feelings completely backward?
I mean, this is a perfect example from our source material. The subject line was just quick chat. That's it. But the body already knew something was up. The shaking hands, the shallow breath, that physical reaction came first. And only then did the mind step in to put a name on it. Fear. We've all been there. That strange sense that our body is a step ahead of our thoughts.
So, that's the big question we're tackling today. It seems kind of impossible, doesn't it? How can you feel something without first thinking about it? Well, it turns out the answer is hiding in the incredible and often hidden wiring of our own brains.
Okay, so this right here, this flips our entire understanding of emotion on its head. Most of us just assume it works like this. You have a thought, that thought creates a feeling, and then your body reacts. But as you can see, the scientific reality is often the complete reverse. Our body kicks things off with a physical response, we register that response as a feeling, and only then does our conscious mind step in to create a story about it.
To really get how this works, we first need to understand that our brain isn't just one single thing. Nope, it's actually operating at two totally different speeds. Think of it like a car that can switch between a super efficient autopilot and a much slower manual control.
So scientists call these automatic and controlled processes. They're basically two different modes of operation for your brain. One requires you to be deliberate, focused, and it takes a lot of energy. The other? It just kind of hums along in the background, taking care of all sorts of business without you even noticing.
And let's break down the differences, because they're huge. Your automatic processes are ridiculously fast. They're effortless, and they happen unconsciously. You can do a bunch of them at once, like breathing and walking at the same time. Now, your controlled processes, they're slow. They take a ton of effort, and you are fully conscious of them. And you can pretty much only do one of those at a time. That fast and unconscious part, that's our first major clue to this whole mystery.
So if we've got this fast, automatic system running in the background, what part of the brain is in charge? Who's the first responder that's setting off our body's internal alarm system?
Well, meet the amygdala. It's this tiny, almond-shaped thing deep inside your brain. But don't let its size fool you. It is the absolute star of this show. Think of it as a highly sophisticated surveillance center, and it is constantly scanning your environment for anything that might be a threat.
Its whole job is to get information directly from our senses, and if it even thinks there might be danger, it immediately triggers a physical response. We're talking the full fight or flight reflex, a surge of adrenaline, a racing heart, everything you need to survive. Its motto is basically, act first, ask questions later. Now, this is the crucial point, and it comes from neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux. He discovered that our brain has two different highways for processing information. On the left, you see the low road. It's the fast path. A stimulus, say a sudden loud noise, zips directly from your senses to the amygdala. Bam! You get an immediate reflexive physical reaction before your conscious mind even knows what happened. But at the exact same time, the information is also taking the scenic route, the high road, on the right. This path goes all the way up to your sensory cortex, your thinking brain, which analyzes the signal and realizes, oh, hey, that was just a car backfiring. We're safe. The low road is why you jump first. The high road is why you realize you're okay a second later.
So this idea of a fast, automatic pathway might sound a little complex, but you know what? We can actually compare it to something we're all super familiar with, a simple reflex.
I mean, a reflex, by definition, is an automatic response that happens without any conscious thought. When a doctor taps your knee with that little hammer, you don't decide to kick your leg out, it just happens. Your body is just hardwired to respond instantly to protect itself.
So that gut feeling, that sudden knot in your stomach, it's basically an emotional reflex. A stimulus gets detected, a signal shoots down that super fast low road to the amygdala, and your body reacts instantly. It's a biological feature designed for survival. It is not a flaw in your thinking.
Okay, so if the body reacts first, then what is the job of our conscious thinking mind? I mean, what does it do after the alarm bells have already started ringing?
This is the key. Your thinking brain doesn't usually start the feeling. Its job is to interpret the physical signals the body is already sending out. It kind of wakes up to a racing heart and asks, whoa, okay, what's going on here? Why do I feel like this? And then it tries to come up with a story to explain it all.
And this is my favorite part of this whole thing, because it really makes everything just click. Imagine your heart is racing. Now, if the context is that you're walking down a dark alley at night, your brain interprets that physical sensation as fear. But if your heart is racing while you're on a first date with someone you really, really like, your brain interprets that exact same physical sensation as excitement. See? Same physical feeling, completely different emotional story.
And as research from neuroscientist Dr. Lisa Feldman Barrett suggests, this is exactly what emotions are. They're not these pre-programmed things that just happen to us. They are your brain's best guess. It's interpretation based on the raw physical data from your body, plus the context of whatever situation you're in.
So what's the big takeaway here? Well, if our body is the first to feel, then learning to actually listen to it becomes one of the most powerful skills we can possibly develop. Your body, it turns out, is a messenger.
The feeling itself, the anxiety, the unease, even the excitement, it isn't the problem that you need to solve. It's information. It's valuable data. It's your nervous system delivering a detailed report based on a massive amount of unconscious processing.
And this explains so much, right? It's why telling someone, or yourself, to just think positive or calm down when you're feeling anxious, it often feels completely useless. You're trying to use your slow, conscious mind to argue with a fast, physical reality that's already happening.
So a whole new approach is to just listen with curiosity. Start noticing the subtle shifts. When do you feel your shoulders tense up? When do they relax? How does your body physically feel when you're around different people or in different places? Instead of judging the feeling, just get curious about it. Pause and give your thinking mind a moment to catch up and translate the message your body is sending.
And really, that's what we want to leave you with. The next time you feel that unexplained knot in your stomach or that tightness in your chest, instead of immediately asking, "What's wrong with me?" try asking a different question. Just pause, take a breath, and listen. What is your body trying to tell you?